Is that us?
There we go.
Fantastic. Oh, I better press record as well. That'd help, wouldn't it?
Oh yeah, we don't need to start the podcast just yet. Let's say let some people filter in and be halfway through it by the time people come in.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, and we're just sitting waiting.
Maybe we should have started a little before, but...
Okay. Got one. Is that you on your phone?
No, that isn't me. Hello. I'm going to get the chat up on my phone, though.
Go move this over here so I can... Where's that?
We sound good.
Right. Hang on a minute. Oh, you've joined. Well done, right.
Yeah, I've joined.
No. Have you got the feed on your phone?
I've got it up on my phone, yeah.
So I've just lost it here. I know it's there, but I'll put it over there. Right. We're going to start then, well, I'm going to leave it a bit.
I'm just getting a link and posting it on my Instagram.
Right, that's a minute.
Photo.
Oh,
A
well.
minute?
Hello, Roy. Thanks for joining us. We're just waiting for other people to arrive.
Wagwan, Roy. Don't know why I said that.
What?
Wagwan, I'm very obviously white.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's not a
Oh
lot
dear.
of...
Oh, good start.
Oh, well.
What are you doing?
There's social media. Oh my
Perhaps
god.
we should have done it before we started.
No, because we're live now. I can't say we're live now if we're not now live, can I?
Oh dear. Right. Happy days.
We've got to get enough people in for, like, make a big thing of the intro.
Well, there's 3 so far. You signed on twice.
No.
What are we gonna do?
Anyone saying anything in chat? Say hello, boys. Oh, I'm going to need to get some stuff out of the van as well. Where's that X board? Like, exactly.
in the shed?
Where in the shed?
It'd probably be cheaper to buy some more from Tool Station, wouldn't it?
It probably would.
Easier. Go in the shed.
In terms of man hours, we'd probably be better off just getting some more.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Right, let's have a look. Where's my
Tends to
Tudor?
be. Sorry, just while we sort out work tomorrow as well.
Hang on, let me just... Oh, there it is.
Because we're a bunch of we're a pair of cowboys. Is that what it is?
Right.
This mic sounds really nice.
I know.
I like this one.
Should we make a start then?
Makes me sound good.
Hello, Dave. Thanks for joining us.
All right, Dave.
Are you actually looking
Hey,
on
Dave
the
Filler, the actual Dave Filler?
a proper?
Yeah, not a fake one. The actual David Filler. How you doing, Dave?
So should we?
Should we what?
We got your book.
No, I always need the book, mate. Have some
What are we? How many are we waiting for? We've got 4.
4. We going on 4.
Should we go for 5?
What's the time? I don't have the
34.
34.
Shall we
Should
go
we
on
give
35 then?
Gee, you're very eager. You're right, Ben. Very eager, aren't you?
I thought we agreed in the van. And we're not going to say hello to everybody that turns up.
But we've not started the podcast yet.
Well, we said
There's
7:30.
been no intro music yet. There's been no whatever it is.
What?
Whatever I can't remember the
Painting
tune.
a door, painting a door.
No, not that one.
What's that?
We got 5 now. Right,
All right. If you want to go, let's go.
right. Hang on a minute. Let's have a go then. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
We're gonna go-
Don't forget to press record.
Now let me stop recording. I'm going to start recording again. Ready? Right. Here we go. Be professional.
Can they not hear this bit?
Yeah.
2 decorators and a microphone. The UK's first painting and decorating podcast with Trev and Ryan. And Ryan.
Press the wrong fade, didn't I? There's a word for that. We're not going to
Mastermind
say
on
that
the
today.
desk.
Good evening.
How we doing?
Right, we're starting now.
We're starting.
We're properly starting.
It's actually happening. What are we talking about?
Thank you very much. Well, thank you for joining us on this
Yeah.
live podcast, broadcast.
And thank you for joining us if you're not on the live podcast if you're just listening back to it.
Yeah, thank you very much. We
Got to be
appreciate
all inclusive these days.
We appreciate all your support. What are we going to talk about?
Whatever gender you are, but
I'll give
mostly
you-
blokes.
What are you still talking about that?
Yeah.
We're going to talk about what we're talking about. Well, the reason why we started.
Can you turn that music off, please?
It's quite nice.
No, it's not.
We had this
No,
before.
Yeah, we did.
Ew.
We did have this before.
Okay.
Thank you.
Right. Okay, so carry on. You've interrupted me now. I was getting into a bit of a flow.
Well, carry on with your flow.
Well, you've interrupted me now. So the reason we were just gonna explain why we decided to do a podcast, didn't we? Weren't we? Yes.
Yeah.
No?
Are we going back over it? Is 10 like we're out of...
Well, we're just having a look back, aren't we? Like a reminisce.
It's been 5 weeks. We do 2 a week.
Yeah,
and
but it's 10, isn't it? You know, it's quite an
It's
achievement.
actually 12. Because we...
we know what your figures are like, Ryan.
What?
You think we've done 10 radio shows for 6 weeks? I don't know. Weird. Carry on. Go on.
Well...
Go on.
Right, well, we done one with Christian.
Yeah.
And we done...
One that
We
was not very
re-recorded
good.
one, so that's 2 more.
Yeah.
So 10 plus 2.
12.
Yeah.
But you can't count that one because it was absolute rubbish.
Yeah, no, it just sounded rubbish. It was a good podcast.
You think?
Yeah.
It was a good. Yeah, it was. Yeah, for a Sunday.
Yeah.
So anyway, the reason we decided to do it was because we've had a look around, and all we've seemed to find is American, don't we?
Yeah.
And it was there's no one sort of doing English, just talking rubbish about painting and decorating, really.
No, there's not really.
So
Yeah.
what?
Well, no. So we've already said all of this.
Yeah, but I just thought we'd recap on the for the 10th edition. They might have new
Recap.
listeners.
I don't think recap saying the exact same is saying the exact same thing.
Right, go on. Then you say something.
Well, all of your all the things you've written down is already all the things we talked about.
Oh, for
I
goodness.
tell you what, I could go back and find an old radio show that we done. We could take topics.
How is
from
this
that.
helpful to anybody?
Oh, I'm not here to be helpful.
No, exactly.
You have to pay me if you want me to be helpful.
Ryan, don't be like that.
That's the 9 to 5.
So we're not going to explain.
a choice.
We're not going to explain the difference between the Monday and the
Well, all right, we'll explain the difference, but
because there's a lot of not confusion, but I don't-
not a lot of confusion, but some people just don't seem to get it.
no. So
Which is
go on,
very
explain.
true.
You all right there?
That was a bit of Sprite and coffee at the same time.
Nice
It's
mixture.
like,
That is, yeah. I always find those two go quite well together.
Yeah. I hope anyone who heard that enjoyed it.
Right.
But the Mondays, we just because we got a little bit. Both me and you, we think differently,
Do we?
don't we? I think we do.
Okay.
That's not my hair. We think differently, and so you wanted a little bit less. What I thought the podcast should be was a bit more like hanging out, 10 o'clock tea break, kind of talking rubbish, just what decorators do.
Well, no, because like an old-fashioned tea break, wouldn't
Yeah.
it? Because now you sit on a site, and all you got. What are you putting that face for?
No.
Am I taking over again?
No. I've got someone to talk about. You carry on.
Okay.
Yeah, keep going.
Am I going to hang myself?
No.
Looks like I am.
No, you're
But
not.
no, when you sit on a site nowadays, you've got a room full of blokes, and all they do is sit on their phone
Yeah.
all through tea break. And years ago, you'd have one bloke, you'd have an old boy in the corner with his paper, his flask of coffee, and he'd be
Yeah.
there reading out things from
You never listen to this. That sort of thing.
reading things out from the
Yeah.
paper.
There's
And
a bloke for a firm that we work for, and I do love George. He's a really nice bloke. But Jesus Christ, he sits there at lunch break with his playing YouTube videos out of his
we
phone.
don't want to, put your earphone.
Yeah.
Not everybody wants to hear the crap you're
Yeah,
listening
or
to.
Go off outside and just
Exactly.
sit out there
But
somewhere.
yeah, it's just
Why are you sat there playing? And they're not even like funny YouTube videos. They're
No.
just like gaming videos, and they're full whack the
Yeah.
entire time. You try to have a conversation with someone, and you got some bloke and his 5 mates playing bloody Mario Kart.
Yeah. So no.
Yeah.
But so that's
No, I don't. Yeah, if George listens, I don't want him to be upset.
he
but
don't
he knows
take a lot
that,
of
he knows
upsetting,
that he's
does
a
he?
bit of a when he's doing that at lunch.
Yeah.
I think he relishes in it a bit.
So anyway, so that was the idea of the Thursday night. Was a bit of Oh, you don't like a bit
You
of
can say banter.
but it's a bit in it. It's a bit overused.
Yeah. A little
So it's a bit of having a bit of fun, just sort of, messing around,
Yeah.
and then the Monday morning was sort of like a little bit more sensible, a little bit more trade related, a bit more to do with deals that are about and talking about suppliers, talking about paint. So we were trying to get sort of both sides of the not argument.
Just industry, because you
Yeah,
kind of
thank you, that was
you
the
do
word.
have to be sensible businessmen, sort of finding deals, sorting out customers, and all of this stuff. But then at the same time, you kind of have to.
We have to enjoy your work and have a little bit.
People, it's just having a laugh on site,
So
isn't it?
that was the sort of two sides we were trying to cover, wasn't it?
Yeah, and some people had a little bit, because you do occasionally meet a really grumpy old sod decorator that doesn't want to have a laugh no matter what. Like, you can't ever have a bit of a joke with them. You just find that with old tradesmen, really.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so. Some of them just so grumpy. Glenn McDonald.
Yeah, but he's a roofer.
Yeah, but then Ben Taylor's a really nice bloke.
Now we're talking.
Dropping people that no one knows about.
Yeah, but now we're talking about roofers. You were saying decorators. You've just
Yeah,
completely...
no, I said old tradesman.
Oh, tradesman.
Yeah.
Apologise. Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I did.
Okay. And back in the room.
Yeah, so
I'll put you right off your thing then, don't I?
yeah.
So that was the idea anyway, of the basic idea.
Yeah, and we were getting a little bit. The radio show was becoming a bit of a drag at times as well, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Especially with things we couldn't say.
Yeah.
So this is why really this happened, innit? So we could just be a bit more
Ourselves, and I think
Yeah.
it's gone down quite well in it. From
Yeah.
a few people have been upset about the language, which
Yeah.
is understandable, but we're trying to rein that back in. Ryan is seeing treatment for his Tourette's.
yeah, but then again, like it's
No, I
sort of to a point of like the reason we done this is because there was an awful lot of can'ts at the radio station. You can't do this, you can't do that.
I nearly choked on my coffee. I thought you said can't. Yeah,
There's plenty of can'ts.
Yeah, exactly.
And I didn't want some can'ts, I wanted some cans. You know, you can say this. You
Please
can
stop
say
saying
that.
can't.
And yeah, and anyone who's saying like, oh yeah, swear too much, it's not very this, it's not very that, and they're those can'ts as well.
Well, we was talking to someone yesterday, and we belong to Select, and someone said that you're not very select.
Yeah.
What I don't know what that means, but
And we've always had this point with Select a bit, is that it very much feels like if you're in Select, you're almost sort of part of a firm. Like, you kind of have to follow the rules a bit, and
it's very cliquey.
yeah, and
That's what I found.
and stuff, and also, but it links back to the point of if customers ask you to reduce the price a bit, is that's one of the things that you take off, is you don't offer the advantages that Select offer, like, you know what I mean, like the guarantee and all of that thing, all of the stuff that those people pay extra for. If they ask for a cheaper price, you can take that stuff off.
It gives you a little bit of negotiation. But anyway, that's
but people think that it's some people seem to think that it's you're either that or you're not.
yeah.
You know what
So
I mean? You're either Dulux or you're not. Because
Yeah,
we're part
so-
of Select,
but-
but we'll still rate Caparol, Isomat, Ticarilla, Caparol.
but yeah, so
Caparol
I don't
twice.
quite know what that not very select means, but we're just decorators, you know. We're not.
Yeah,
that's what we are.
exactly. We're not.
We're just two
Not
decorators sat down and talking rubbish to each other, basically.
Yeah, which I think should be the title of the podcast.
What, just talking.
Just talking rubbish in a shed.
So where do we get to then? What was that all about? What was that little meander off somewhere else?
I think it was just called a conversation.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
So
Instead of reading off the literal pages
no, it's just notes.
pages of notes that I've been given.
Yeah, and that's why I didn't go to work today.
I've got a book to read
You
before
haven't. It's just
we finish this podcast.
and there's notes up there if you get stuck.
Jesus, and there is notes up there as well.
So yeah. Right, come on then. Moving on.
Hold on, I've just got to read a novel.
No, you haven't.
It's written up on the board.
We've covered most of those points. So the
Reason
reason,
got through them quick.
so the reason we did another reason we started the podcast before was actually sort of followed on from the radio show, didn't it? Because it did give us the confidence to
Yeah.
sit and talk to each other and talk rubbish.
Yeah, I think because I've been pushing the podcast a long time before we started the radio. Like,
did
a couple
actually.
of months. I did
Yeah.
say that it was always a good thing to do. But I don't know about confidence because, like I said, it's for me. I've played video games on my computer for so many years that talking into a microphone doesn't bother me really.
Yeah, but it was good. It was good grounding, wasn't it? We met some decent people.
Yeah, we definitely.
Dave,
met
our
some
producer,
Dave
brilliant
Shauna,
bloke. Yeah.
Shauna.
If you're looking for a Christmas present, what's his book? Come on, because you've read it.
Weight Expectations. I read
Read?
I read it. I read it half of it before I have to give it back to someone to.
He's a
borrow it out.
he produces our radio show, but he's also a stand-up comedian, isn't he?
Yeah.
And like I say, he's written a book.
Because Dave suffered with anorexia well, he battled with it for a bit, And yeah, it's just about his struggles with anorexia and how he got over it, and
I mean, it sounds like a bit of a heavy subject, but
Dave does write it very well. It's not. Dave doesn't write it like a serious book. He writes it just like he's chatting to you.
Yeah.
It very much is. I was reading the entire thing in Dave's voice.
And he is a lovely bloke, isn't he?
He is a really nice
So
bloke.
we've met Dave. We've also met Average Joe, who's got a YouTube channel,
Yeah.
so it might be worth checking it. He's another... He sort of started, and then he just sort of disappeared, didn't he? There was a little bit of a to-do.
Do you want to shout out Average Joe's joinery YouTube channel and his Instagram?
I was just about to do that,
Oh, yeah.
but you've already done it for me.
Yeah.
So yeah, check out Average Joe. He's a lovely bloke, and also
Yeah, he's really nice.
Thomas Nargi. Now he's a Sparky.
So I mean, you can't always fully like a Sparky,
but he's also got a YouTube channel. It's Thomas Nargi in it.
yeah,
Nagy.
Yeah, Nargi. But
yeah.
yeah, he's a Sparky. But I mean, you can maybe get over it, and he's an alright bloke, really.
Yeah, don't hold that against him, right? He's okay. So yeah, and we've met those. And then we've come.
We met Christian.
Christian who?
Wow, sorry.
Christian.
Sorry,
Sorry.
Chris.
Sorry.
Mate. I'm
sorry.
so sorry.
I thought I was still going on about the radio show.
Oh, you're still going about the radio show? I thought you were talking about people that we've met off of the podcast.
No, I was just about to say about our negotiation that didn't go too well on Tuesday.
Oh yeah.
So our last show is going to be on this Tuesday, isn't it?
Yeah, coming up.
So yeah, and then we can fully concentrate on the podcast. So
Yeah.
we were
Not that we concentrate on it much anyway. Well,
No.
I mean, you did. Yeah.
excuse me.
I woke up at 7 o'clock. I had a nap.
And look,
That's
to all that.
That's how far I
Will you
went.
stop going through it all?
Well, I need to go through it at some point.
What?
Shortly, dear listener, I'm going to be reading through both days' schedule of masterclasses.
No, you're
at
not going to
the
be reading.
Painting
I've
and
just
Decorating
got it
show.
there in case it's useful because it might be handy to pull out a few points. That's all.
I know I didn't want to talk too much about this being a live one on
Yeah.
the podcast for the people that are listening back, but we've gone from 6 to 3, and I think that's Laura and Tom.
Great.
That's all right. More people will listen on the recording.
Yeah,
we'll
we'll
just
just keep going.
focus on
Yeah.
you people, you guys that are not listening live. But next time we do this, tune in live.
Yeah. Oi,
What?
I heard that.
No, you didn't.
I'll get rid of that because that's putting me off. And that. Let's go. Right. Come on. Let's get concentrated. So,
We had an email the other day. Are we going on to that?
oh God, do you want to read that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Go on.
The emails normally perk us up a bit. They normally get the showbiz juices flowing.
But Roy, if we see you at the show, like you said you're going to be at the show, we're going to have a serious chat.
Yeah,
Because
probably
you
shit the old man up. You probably shit him up. So it goes. Hi Trevor, I'm actually a bit pissed off with Ryan's remark taking the piss out of Orientals. To be honest, totally uncalled for. When I was working doing a small job today on the Wentworth estate and listened to the podcast when Ryan came out with his racist sounds at 1740. I don't remember these racist
No, I
sounds.
don't remember them either.
Earlier on,
Do you think
I
he's
told-
getting us mixed up with another podcast?
maybe.
The Ku Klux Klan was right. Do they do a podcast?
I don't, probably, maybe. Earlier on, I told my clients about you being a Dulux Select decorator,
Well, that's come up again.
and you'd be ideal to take on bigger projects for them. Unfortunately, they are Chinese like me, and they took great offence on hearing Ryan making those awful racist noises. They have suggested on contacting Ofcom to report this incident, as their Siamese cat took great offence too. In regards to this matter, I only ask that Ryan carries on swearing on the Thursday podcast, and if you believed any of the above two paragraphs, don't. I'm pulling your leg.
So that's I was in tears by that time. I thought, oh my God.
Came charging in. Ryan, read this.
Oh well, yeah, I couldn't believe it. I thought, oh no, he really had me as well.
Yeah, he says.
Cheers, Roy.
I took no offence at all, so no worries, they're okay. I grew up watching Alf Garnett, Love Their Neighbour, Mind Your Language, Bernard Manning, all those lot.
Yeah, not really good company though, is it, to be in that sort of company?
Roy Chubby Brown.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
To be fair, Chubby Brown is funny.
Anyway, carry on.
I really enjoy your podcast. Carry on, guys. It's great. There's a lot of hard work involved from your side. I much appreciate it. Keep the chuckle in. Very good rapport with Ryan, and it works. Piss him off with the jingles. I like the G's and Worcester sounding one of the best.
I don't know what that. I
Mind
don't know where
you,
that
the
is,
raw
Roy.
hard is good too. The
Oh,
fixed
that-
radio time.
Roy asked me to do it, Ryan. I can't. Roll in, roll in, roll in.
I'll let this one off for Roy.
Grab it.
Are we going to be listening to the entire thing? Are we going to watch an episode?
5 seconds. Just chill. Enjoy it. Take it in, right.
There's no.
There you go. Carry on. Thanks, Roy.
The fixed radio time slot is not great, to be honest. To be fair, don't worry about that, Roy. I think that's not really much of an issue anymore, mate.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we've got no time slot anymore.
yeah. Like I said, once we've warmed up a bit, we might talk about it some more. I need to wake up. I might stand up again. That brought a bit of energy into the room.
Ryan's got a good theory, actually, because...
Let me finish this email first.
All right, go on.
After that bit. The fixed radio time slot is not great. You should be on before 3 p.m. Maybe a few lads working late might catch it on driving back, but other than that, the audience just isn't there at that time. That's just my opinion, but I could be wrong.
No, I think you're
really not.
Yeah, I think you're right, Roy.
And he says, hope to see you at the P&D show. I'll pop by and say hi. I'll be the only Chinese person there, so you won't miss me.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
look forward to it, Roy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I'm definitely standing up.
What are you doing?
Standing up.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
What are you standing up for?
I was getting tired.
Okay.
I nearly fell asleep again after my nap.
Right, so we can get rid of that. So your theory about podcasts,
What do you mean?
well, towards the end.
Oh yeah, so my theory of podcasts is that people listen to, because I listen to a lot, and some podcasts I'll listen to maybe 10 minutes of the most recent one, and then I'll see if I like it, see if I like the. To be fair, sometimes it even comes down to something as shallow as just like the person's voice. If I don't like their voice, I might not listen to it. So I reckon that the more dedicated listeners will listen to all of it. Because like when you were listening to Atletico Mints, did you listen to all of them all the way through the first time?
Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're a weirdo though.
No, it's because it's good.
Yeah, and then towards the end it kind of whittles down a bit, and the people that aren't that interested will eventually like up and leave. So you can put the more juicy stuff towards the end,
That's
where
our plan.
the people that kind of get
Dedicated,
what the podcast
loyalty.
is about, exactly.
Yeah.
They can stay on and learn some more secrets, and us actually kind of get into some shit.
Yeah. Or we can do what's the other one? Patreon, and you can pay for the gossip. But we're not going to do that.
No, we're not going to do that. We're going to let big companies pay for the gossip,
Oh,
and make them pay us,
Yeah,
and carry on
exactly.
saying what we want. No corpo shilling.
So
That's rule one of the podcast.
that was the email.
There's
Now
the email.
we've got out the fix, and we can talk about Christian if you want,
We can talk about Christian, yeah.
because that was a nice meeting. We have,
Yeah.
we've met.
We got a message. Well, to be fair, we explain it when we have the interview with him. But
yeah.
quick rundown: we got a message on YouTube. Well, Dad got a message on YouTube from a bloke that had made a spray shield.
Yeah. And we've used spray shield before,
Yeah,
like probably
they're-
like the rest of you, and they're
all
absolute
crappy.
dog poo.
Yeah, they're not great.
We think.
Yeah. So Christian messaged Dad and said that he's made this new spray shield. It's really good. We would like to give it, for us to give it a try and maybe talk about it on the podcast. And he's in Peterborough, isn't he?
Yeah,
And he
took
drove. Yeah, he drove down. He
On a crappy, that was last
4
Saturday.
hours. Yeah, last Saturday. 4
Crappy,
hours, 3.5
4
hours, because he got stuck up in Guildford.
In crappy weather.
Yeah, really bad weather, and he met us down the pub, and we had a pint, and I think me and Dad were getting some lunch because we worked on a Saturday, didn't we?
Yeah, exactly.
And then we just sat there talking, and I rudely interrupted in the middle of a conversation. I said, "Can we not waste this? Can we go and record a podcast?" So we came back to the shed and had a little chat with Christian in here.
Studio, Ryan. Studio.
Shed. Lucky I'm not calling it what I normally call it.
Come on.
Yeah, so I had a real good chat with Christian.
Yeah,
here.
he was a really nice bloke.
You'll hear that. What we're doing it? Are we doing that Thursday? Before
I think we
the
might do it on the
P&D
Monday
show?
before the P&D show.
Monday
'cause
before the
Monday,
P&D show.
Tuesday P&D show, isn't it?
Yeah. The only thing is, we've just bought this lovely new Audio Technica mic.
Oh, go on, get the advert in there, right?
The ones we were using before,
Weren't very good.
yeah, weren't very good. They're just like some cheap Chinesey ones.
These are for sale if you want them.
Buy it nice or buy it twice.
Yeah.
Dad's still yet to learn that lesson.
There you go. They
He bought it nice, and he did in fact buy it twice.
yeah, exactly.
There are
but,
two microphones.
But yeah, they're
Yeah, so apologies for the sound quality. We're slowly updating the audio tech.
Thank you.
Nicker.
Good work.
Hey.
So Christian was a lovely bloke, wasn't he?
Yeah.
We learnt a lot from him. We had a good 45-minute chat.
Yeah, we had a good chat with Chris.
So yeah, like I say, we met some nice people.
And it is a really good spray shield as well. We'll reveal more obviously on Monday.
We're gonna make a video, aren't we?
Are we?
Well, yeah,
All right.
of course we are. YouTube, isn't it?
Decent. Yeah.
Get on there.
Smashing.
Brilliant.
Is that you going to actually have your phone in your hands for something productive for once on a site?
I don't know.
Every time I walked into the job today, you were perched, sat,
Yeah,
leaning
because I was promoting.
on your phone.
I was promoting the live podcast.
Well, we need a lot more than bloody 5 viewers.
Still
if you
got
spent
5?
all day promoting it.
I know.
Jesus.
Yeah, do you know
That's-
why?
I mean, I tell
yeah,
you what.
but do you know why?
You really shouldn't have spent all day promoting.
Do you know
it.
why I haven't got very many?
Why?
you know what starts in a minute? The football.
What football?
England.
Oh.
Good. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why. They'll probably all go in a minute.
I'm going in a minute.
Yeah, so
What?
that's why. It's bad
Let's wrap
timing.
this thing up.
Plus, Ian Crump's got his spray thing on as well, hasn't he?
Who gives a fuck?
Sorry, Ian, if you're watching. My son doesn't know what he's talking
So, no offence here, but this sounds a lot better than what you've got going on.
about. You don't know. Yeah, but he's not got...
do.
He's trying to spray at the same time, right? Be fair. Do you know what I mean?
Could you try a little harder? Ian,
Right.
give me a shout, and I'll come and sort out your audio because it doesn't sound great. It doesn't. I'm offering advice. I'm willing to go down there and help him.
Are you sure?
Yeah, so it's not just.
I tell you, that might not sound good.
Yeah,
You're
it
miles
does.
away from it.
I know. It's
Anyway.
almost like I know this stuff.
I know.
A little
Anyway,
bit.
right, let's stop slagging off Ian
I'm
Crump.
not slagging him off. I'm offering him help.
Okay, all right. Stop offering to help Ian
Stop offering to
Crump.
help Ian Crump.
Stop trying to be nice.
Can you go back to slagging him off, please?
So, yeah, we've done a Christian. Well,
I'm going to sit back down because you're just
Yeah.
laughing at me.
no, I'm not laughing at you.
Oh,
What
sorry.
the? Oh.
Sorry. That's an ongoing project that I'm crashing into there. Will get done eventually. Coming spring 2023.
Yeah, hopefully.
What was
Yeah.
I calling it? Locked in. No.
No, that's
Shut
that
in.
syndrome.
Yeah, locked in's the syndrome. I was going to call it
Can't
shut in.
call it that.
Coming 2023.
Oh, dear, no.
I'll be at the 2024 paint show.
Anyway, what else are we going to talk? We were going to talk about... This is jump... Who's that?
That was you
That wasn't me.
again.
That wasn't me.
What
Mine. It wasn't me. It could be Skype. Let me have a look. Keep talking.
Do you reckon we've got a Skype?
Yeah,
That would be cool.
we'll have a look.
If we'll play it out and it's someone just swearing,
Yeah,
you need to
probably be
we
you.
need to find some way to pre-vet it. What have we got up on the board? We've got over here.
Customers being told the truth or wanting to hear a lie. That's the thing about yesterday with Bradshaw.
Oh yeah. So,
I'm just trying to see what that noise was. Bear with me.
but I didn't. Well, you sorted all that out. I don't really have much input in that. There's a lot of things that go on that I like.
It'd been handy if you read the notes before we started.
Very much out of the.
I'm trying to find
all
Skype.
All these notes are just another copy of the seminars at the P&D show. This
talk
is
about
a list of all the exhibitors at the P&D show.
Right, I'm going to try and
This
do.
one's a timetable
All right,
for the P&D show.
I'm going to try and do something complicated here. What we're talking about was because I had a phone call from a builder yesterday
Yeah.
asking if I was going to be on the job, and I wasn't. I said no, I probably won't be there today. I said no, I won't be there today because we were busy. We were held up on another job. And then it's, oh, are you serious? And so then I said, well, yeah, we'll try and get there, knowing full well I wouldn't be there. So why is it people, when you tell them the truth, they don't want to hear it. So when you tell them a lie, they're all right with it.
Yeah.
Excuse me, I just coughed. Yeah, that's all. It's just it just blows my mind because, you know, you're trying to be honest with people,
Yeah. Do you want honesty or do you want me just to tell you what you want to hear?
which is exactly what we had with Louis on our negotiations on fixed
Yeah.
radar. You can talk about that. We'll like it for Skype because you know about that.
Yeah.
Carry
If
on.
Skype isn't open, it wouldn't have made a sound, by the way.
It is open.
Cool.
I'm trying to find it.
Right.
Louis.
Louis. So Louis.
It's
He's-
the top man to fix. I don't know.
Yeah. Do you want to?
No, go on.
I tell you what. While you're telling me to do the story, do you want to just keep interrupting me at the same time?
I'm looking for Skype. Get on with it.
So Louis is the top man at Fix Radio, and he's a nice bloke, but he's kind of got that. I could be pulling this out my,
Yeah.
but we think gone somewhere like private school and then uni for business, and then has set up Fix Radio. Maybe done like a couple of years doing whatever, and you know that's all right. But he never really is. The negotiations for the radio went a bit weird. We were expecting quite a hard hitting like businessman, like this is my offer, blah 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 sort of thing. But he kind of made it seem like we were breaking up with him.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it?
Yeah, and they offer. I don't understand like where he gets the figures from, but he was offering initially, wasn't it £50 a show?
Yeah. No, 40, between 30 and 50.
30 and 50 a show for us to spend an hour and a half going up to London doing the show, an hour and a half back. It's 6 hours in total from us leaving the house to getting back in on a Tuesday. And he offered us 50 quid and then pushed it up to 75. And we were going in there at about 300, willing to get pushed down to about 275. So it kind of got to that point of like, you know, we're definitely not in the same sort of ballpark. So why bother doing?
It was just getting embarrassing. wasn't
Yeah,
it?
it was
really
just like, and he was very much like, "Oh, I'm really upset about that, boys. Like, you know,
it was.
well, I just want to get along with the people that I work with, and not everyone that works for me is really nice." And he's just like, "It's not a personal thing. It's just you can't give us the money that we need to come up here that makes it worth our while to not work for half a day and then have the
Exactly,
Wednesdays
yeah.
knocked out." Me and you were both in bed till about 10:30 yesterday morning, weren't we?
No, we weren't. If Bradshaw's listening, no, we weren't. We were on another job. We were try. Yeah. No.
Yeah, I forgot you told him this morning. What were you just saying about truth or lies?
It was a little white lie, that was.
Oh, was
not a
it?
big, fat, juicy one.
Yeah, well, we're quite late. There was only 6 people watching, so stop talking about it. Sorry.
So, anyway, yeah, so Louis, I don't know, bless
Yeah.
him.
Yeah, like I say, he's a really nice bloke. I would have happily gone down the pub with him afterwards, but he made it feel like it was we were breaking up with him.
But the classic line wasn't it, about the radio?
Oh yeah.
Go
He
on.
goes, does being in radio not mean anything to you? Like, is that not a really big thing? Well, I'm like, well, yeah, but I can't go and tell the landlord that, you know, oh yeah, I'm £200 short on the rent because I was
But guess what?
I had to have 4 half days off through the month. But
I am in radio.
I am on radio, mate. So can that £200 just disappear because I'm sort of kind of famous on a DAB/internet radio station?
Sort of.
Sort of ish. We do 1 hour on a Roy, I've forgotten now. Roy, like Roy said, like it's in a weird time slot. And to be fair, before they did offer us a time slot between
2 and 4 on a Wednesday.
2 and 4 on Wednesday, and Dad had the good idea of calling it the Decorators Drive Time Show, but they didn't even seem to want to go for that, did they?
Oh, that's because Stan Collingwood turned up, wasn't it?
And then disappeared
And then
again.
disappeared again as fast as he
Yeah.
arrived. So, yeah, it's all a little bit not disappointing because we've had a good experience.
Yeah, and we've had some good stuff come out of it, and you know we've had some laughs, but it is long going up there.
Exactly. And it's definitely worth more than £75.
Definitely worth more than £75. I can't imagine Tom went in for 75 quid. I know he's only 20 minutes away, but he's a sparky. He wouldn't get out. He wouldn't brush his teeth for 75 quid.
He wouldn't put his shoes on for that. So, yeah.
He wouldn't even wake up in the morning and scratch his nuts for under 120.
So, yeah. So, that's, that, yeah, where'd we get? Oh, yeah, Truth and Lies, wasn't it?
Yeah,
About-
truth and lies, yeah.
And then you found out that I was a bit of a liar anyway.
Yeah,
It was a white lie.
yeah. But sometimes you got to make them.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's occasional times where I tell Dad that I've not got anything of X, Y, or Z on board because I don't want to give it to him because I bought it and it's on his jobs. I am charging him for hire of my dust sheets tomorrow, though.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
I'm sorry, mate. You should provide everything. That's your way of looking at it. Whenever we work for Joe, you're like, no, he's got to get me some brushes. He's got to get me some white spirit. He's got to get me some black hammerite that's going to stay in the van.
He's only got to get brushes because we're using hammerite. I'm not using my brushes in hammerite. What do you think I am? Some sort of lunatic?
He's got to sort me a new roller pole. He's got to sort me a new van.
He's
got
got
to
to
get
put-
my van
yeah.
MOT'd.
Those new tyres, go to his job. It's all
Exactly.
expenses, right? You don't understand what it's
No,
like
I
running the business.
I do understand, but that's why I'm booking you for him.
I've got to say hello. Someone said hello, so I've got to say, hello, Nicola.
Yeah, mate, you're far gone.
Why?
I got Jason and people like that here.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, hang on a minute. Oh, yeah. No, it's you. Oh. Ah, Jace, have you tried what we spoke about on site the other day?
If he's still watching,
He must be. He'd love it.
he'd love it.
We can't. We
Yeah,
can't.
no, this is quite boring for anyone that's listening after the fact.
Yeah, exactly. So the other thing we're going to talk about was Jeff, wasn't it?
Oh,
With his
yeah.
problem. We looked
And
at it.
this is another point. I've said it many times before, but you got a good old nose on you for sniffing out bad customers. Like, we rarely work for someone that's not nice or, like, someone that's a dick, basically.
I'm sorry, I can't wait for you. You appear to be a dick.
Yeah, well, you are not letting me say the other word.
No,
Yeah.
we're quite comfortable with dick. That's perfectly acceptable.
Yeah.
It's just,
You do have a very good nose for it.
I looked at a job back in the summer, and it was on K-Rend. The thing that, to be fair, it wasn't that customer that put me off. It's so much it is his neighbour, and we had to put some scaffolding on the neighbour's property.
And there was 600, 900
900 width down the side of his house to do a big gable wall, which
yeah.
wasn't great. And his neighbour was a bit of a nightmare. You know, I need to be able to access it between I don't know what it was.
Yeah.
Not 9 o'clock in the morning and 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Oh, you think,
She's like, all right, mate, I'm going to be here between 9 o'clock in the morning and 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
And he was a bit. And then the sort of bloke was saying stuff that sort of, you set alarm bells ringing. Anyway, to cut a long story short, I told him I was too busy and I couldn't do it.
Yeah, but well, the classic one was you wanted to get scaff, and he looked at it and said, "Oh, can't you just do it off a brush on a stick?"
Yeah, so he's got a decorator to come round and look at it, but he knows how to do it.
Yeah,
One of those. Do you know what I mean? So I said, no, I'm not really prepared to do it on a brush on a stick.
Unfortunately, sir, we can't provide the level of finish that we would like to.
But anyway, so it ended up with my mate Jeff doing it for him, and Jeff did get some scaff on him.
But this. All right, I do feel bad for Jeff on this, but he did shoot himself in the foot because he did say that he'd do it off a pole on a stick.
Yeah, well, he shouldn't have done.
He did, but he did say that.
Yeah.
Like, he shot himself in the foot from the off.
But to be fair, he's told him that he needed scaffolding.
Yeah, I know.
The scaffolding price has come out of his original price. He didn't even charge any extra for that.
Yeah, because it was an extra £200 for the scaff.
Yeah.
And he didn't charge him for it.
Jeff needed extra paint from the paint shack. Big shout out to the paint shack, Steve.
Big up.
Colin. Well, it wouldn't be a podcast without shout out the paint shack, would it?
Walk out for a roll.
Yeah, got an elephant. Yeah, see that. Wagner.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Anyway, so
got to get the plugs in.
So where you put me off now?
Be
So
hair
yeah,
plugs for you,
so
soon, won't it?
Jeff paid extra paid out of his price for the scaffolding. Paid an extra £200 for some more paint, and now the bloke don't want to pay. It's
Yeah.
He said Jeff started late, 3 days later than he should have done. But it's an outside, so how on earth you can keep to a schedule to an outside, I don't know.
Even through the summer, an outside is like, we'll start this Monday if it's not raining.
It's ridiculous. And then he's also worked out and calculated how many blokes should have been there and how long they should have taken.
It's just... Some people... That's the thing with customers. They either don't know enough about painting and decorating, or they think they know too much about it.
Just a little bit of knowledge is a dangerous thing.
They get your pricing book from 2008.
Oi, hang on a minute.
Cover back here.
Don't do that. Oh, Ryan.
Man, I thought you'd be on the ball.
I am here. Hold on. Ryan wanted this.
Dad's cupboard full of actual crap. What we can go through in here is we have the Wessex 2000 Small Works, which I'm not quite sure what that is.
It's for small works.
Is that a pricing guide?
Of course it is.
Right, and then we've also got the
How on earth
quick
have we got into this
estimating
cupboard?
for Small Works, 14th edition 2008,
Yeah.
which is huge. And
What?
let's have a look.
Why are you going for it?
Well,
how on earth-
I'll try and price up the outside that Jeff's just done from prices from 2008, because I think that's what the bloke done. He must have come in here and got your pricing book out.
I haven't got it for the prices. I've got it for the time it takes to do. That still stays the same, surely.
Not if if you use an oil-based paint, would it have water-based paint on the woodwork in here?
Just put it away.
I've
Anyway.
been told that before and it's not worked. I've had to get a little green slip off of the police for that to work.
But not only that, that is a prize cupboard. Get out of it.
Yeah.
Look at the prizes in there.
If
Not those books,
if
no.
you want the Wessex 2000 price guide, 2008, sorry.
It looks brand new.
Yeah, because
Tell you what, that'll bring that'll be worth something on eBay.
yeah.
Right, can you get out of there now?
2,000 foot alterations and refurbishments as well.
Yeah. Oh look.
Oh, I'll have that.
Oh dear, oh dear.
Yeah,
so
there's Dulux bags and other crap.
what we were trying to say was, you just have to be very careful. And to be fair, it would have been easier for Jeff to take some.
It would have been easier to Jeff just to do the same thing that you done and tell the bloke to sod off.
Or just take some part payments through the job, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
You know, it's just. But I know it's nice to have that lump sum at the end. But yeah, it's just.
But then if you don't get that lump sum at the end and they want
And you
to
fight for it.
400 quid.
Yeah, it's not very fair. So, yeah, so that's poor old Jeff.
But it's one of those ones. I think we should set up like a community of autumn decorators.
Well, that's
And we'll
quite niche, right?
We'll just
Wherever you are.
Yeah, wherever you are.
Yeah.
And we'll just park up either side of his road all the vans in the morning. Intimidation tactics.
Nice.
Like the mafia, but covered in white emulsion and.
But I forget.
Special
I
brew.
don't think customers realise how much we do around here. Decorators know everybody, don't they?
Yeah.
We go to Cane Adam and we'll know more or less everybody that goes in there.
Yeah, that's what
So,
you always.
word
you always
does
end
get
up in
around.
the
We've
Cane
got
Adam and
We've got a particular
Well, it
woman
definitely gets around about us two. Jesus.
we've got a woman around here that is an absolute nightmare.
Okay, I love this story.
Sylvia Newland. Anybody in the within what
Within
25,
Hampshire,
30
just-
miles
just in Hampshire or
Right.
Surrey.
would know what a nightmare
Yeah.
she is. And anybody in the trade.
Well, she's got a few properties in and around Alton that are known about, and we were driving past a building.
This is years ago.
No, this was the other day.
What? Oh, what? Yeah.
Yeah, and you were driving past, and what was it? Who was it? Chippy.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, and he had his signboard out the front. So Dad got his number, got home, called him up, and what did you say to him?
Just said watch her because she's notoriously bad for paying.
Yeah, she just doesn't pay tradesmen, and the bloke turned around to you, not turned around, but said down the phone to you, like, yeah, I've been thinking that, to be honest, because she's been not paying me a couple of invoices.
Yeah.
She owes me a bit, and I've not seen any work carry on at that job since.
Yeah. Is that the one with all the scaffold now?
Yeah.
It's been like it for weeks, isn't it?
Yeah, and then you like you said, you done it again a couple of years ago. There was another place that she owns down the road.
Yeah, it's only fair, isn't it? You don't want to be. It's hard enough as it is.
Yeah.
You got to give other trade. You got to look after other trades and happen. Well, I think anyway.
We called it the trades credit check the other day, didn't we? Because there was you got asked to price up a job at a pub, and there's he used to be a labourer, but now he's just a bit of a general builder. I call him Matty.
Yeah.
But he done some work at this pub, just a little bit, and he was saying that they're really weird. They don't want to pay you. They want you to like cut corners and botch the job. So Dad just turned around and said, "Oh no, sorry, we don't have any availability at the moment." Just like, no, if you I don't want to say.
Thing was, I went to this pub and she'd got it's all the bad signs. She'd gone to Wilco's and got wallpaper, bingo,
Great.
and also then she wanted me to wallpaper over our text walls.
Yeah,
I said
which is doable. Isn't
it's
it?
not.
Definitely. I'm taking the mick.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
I thought we had problems then, man. I thought we were going to have to have
I mean, we do have plenty of problems. We got a lot of
I
problems.
really thought we were going to have to have
a few problems.
a review of your standards. Yeah, she wanted me to wallpaper over our
Trevor
text.
standards.
When I said I can't, she looks at me as if I've gone mad. So
Yeah.
that combined with Matty not getting paid very quickly,
Yeah.
Wilco's wallpaper, and you just think, no, this is.
I think
no,
I'm
thank you.
alright for.
It sounds like
your
we don't
work.
do a lot. We're very fussy about who we work for, aren't we?
Yeah, but we are.
Are we?
But that's a decent thing. Like I feel like more people should be fussy for who they work for. Like I swear, a lot of the time that I see bad jobs and stuff come up on Facebook where they've had issues with customers and shit like that, I reckon a good 80 to 90% of them you'd dodge. You wouldn't even go near them.
Yeah, but a lot of it comes with experience, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And some people.
But that's part and parcel of you being picky, is because you've got the experience to know when you need to be picky and when you're going to get on with a customer.
But some people can't afford to be that picky, can they?
No,
They've
yeah,
got
I
to grin and
understand
bear it
that,
and get
yeah.
on with it, which is unfortunate. But sometimes you just think, oh.
But then I guess you at that point you've got to do like you say, you take part payments, take a deposit, and you got to try and get your money
manage it better.
somehow. Yeah, and you just got to be more on top of managing it. Like I fully agree that I think we're definitely lucky in the customers that we work for, because you've got the, along with the Select Decorator of the Year and how the van looks, how the site looks, we're not pushing just to anyone. We're pushing to a very specific customer base based on where we live and like the surrounding villages and the fact that there is a bit of wealth around here just from the train up to London and stuff.
We're not really Facebook friendly, are we?
No, but that's why you're picky, is because we can be picky, because that's how we've branded ourselves.
I do like to get paid when I finish a job, and I don't need the grief that goes with it.
No.
That's why. It's just, you do a job, you want to get paid.
But we've worked for people that aren't in big giant homes, and you still get paid decently from them.
Yeah.
So it's not. I don't think it's just a case of being picky and just going for those.
You've got to get that rapport.
Yeah, you just got to get on well with the customer.
Exactly.
And
That's half the
I
battle.
think that was one of the first episodes on Fix, wasn't it, where we talked about some of the things that we do, like saying, Dad's in chatting to the customer while I'm sheeted up, which I do give him shit for, but is part and parcel of
The job.
yeah, the rapport with the customer. You start building that up as soon as you get in, and to be fair, I think sometimes they like seeing that I'm sheeting out and doing all of this and Dad's chatting with them. It's a bit of a you know, it shows them what like a bit of the dynamic, and I think they like seeing me work. I know it sounds weird, but
No, but I think they just like you just come in and getting on. They like to
Yeah.
think that, you know, we're not...
because a lot of the time it is that you'll stand there talking, and I'll just barge straight past you, and I think that's a good thing, because I would stand there talking to them, but it shows that the work is still getting done even if we are chatting.
Yeah, exactly. But no,
And
it seems to work quite well, doesn't it?
Yeah, and then so Dad's chatting to the customer in the morning, or it might be the second or third day, and then you'll hear Dad will start talking about, or like they'll talk about the job that we've just come off of, or ask about it.
We like this story, don't we?
Yeah.
You guys-
Huh?
No, go on. I thought you needed a hand.
No, I'm all right.
Yeah, all right.
I always need a hand. And then Dad will start talking about, like, oh yeah, she was all right, but she was a little bit late on paying, and I'll be in the other room or something. I'll be like, oh, is that Margaret? And then I'll come charging in, and I'll put down whatever I'm doing. I said, oh yeah, I couldn't get paid. I was going to go up to London and go out to see some mates, but didn't get paid until Sunday evening because Dad didn't get paid. And we'll rag on whatever the last customer was. Doesn't have to actually be our last customer. And
it just shows that seed, doesn't it?
Yeah, it just shows, and you can just do that. Yeah, but we know you're not going to be like that. We can tell you're not like that,
And we do, and then, like I say,
That
then
puts it in their head,
then becomes a joke throughout the job.
And you tend to give them a reminder a couple of days before we finish, like, we're going to be finished we should be finished on Thursday, just make sure you got the money ready. Do you want my bank details now? And then the favourite one, my absolute favourite trick from Dad, is...
You make me sound like a con man.
It's not con man, because it's your fucking money.
You're managing it. We're managing it. That's exactly, yeah.
We're massaging them to give us our fucking money.
We're just massaging.
Yeah.
No, we're just managing the situation because they will.
Yeah, they will. They will happily just forget about it until...
This goes on to my other point, that before you start work, they're on the phone, they're emailing you.
My favourite trick from Dad is...
I apologise.
So, it'll be maybe sometimes the day of, but maybe a couple of days after we finished the job and they were supposed to have settled the invoice. And he'll call them up with oh, hello, June, are you all right? I just wanted to check everything was fine because I've not had any money in my bank yet. I just wanted to make sure the transfer went all right because you said you'd do it yesterday before 1 o'clock, before you went out for lunch. And I just wanted to make sure you got my bank details right, you've not been scammed or anything like that. I just want to make sure that everything's fine. And that normally is a bit for them, like, oh, Jesus, I do need to pay him. And it's not where's my money? It's are you all right? Yeah. And they tend to react a bit differently to that.
Isn't it? If you're going to take a week to pay, that's fine. Just on that flipping, whenever you say you're going to pay.
Yeah, it doesn't. Sometimes if we started the job and they said, oh, look, we're not going to be able to afford it until 6 weeks' time, but we can't fit them in anywhere else.
And it's up to you, isn't it? You make that decision.
Yeah, but you just got to be able to rely on them to pay when they said they're going to pay.
Yeah, that's what you want. You just want your money. It's like we had one, didn't we? I'll pay you tomorrow. We finished on a Friday, and I'll pay you tomorrow on Saturday.
Yeah.
We're waiting until Monday. I know it doesn't seem long, but you've earned your money. You need paying for it. It does annoy me.
And
I do get stressed.
And one of the builders that we work for is spot on for paying invoices.
Two of the builders work for.
Yeah.
The only two builders we work for.
The only two builders we work for are the only two that are good for giving us money.
Yeah. They are perfect.
Yeah.
Joe and Peter.
The only two that we sub out to, because we do work for other builders, but we tend to then just invoice the customer.
Straight to the customer, but we couldn't wish to work for two better builders, could we?
I always remember that Joe called you up on I think you put the invoice in on a Saturday, and he called you up on the Monday saying, "Oh my God, sorry, I didn't realise that you put an invoice in. I was out with the kids and I just didn't see the email."
Paying, and that's for a builder.
And that was within like 3 days of him. He was like, "Oh, I've just seen it. I'll pay it in now." And when I've worked, because I've worked for him outside of Dad as well, and he's always, if you manage to get it in on Friday, he'll pay it between 9 and 10 because it's after he's put his kids to bed and chilled out a bit in the evening. He'll run upstairs and do all of the invoices because he knows that a lot of his boys are waiting on that weekly invoice.
But and like I said, like I was trying to say before I rudely interrupted Ryan, before you start the job, the customer can't leave you alone. They're talking about colours. They're they're like your best mate, and as soon as you give them that invoice, that's it. It's like you've died.
Yeah, gone to another realm.
It is. It's it's strange.
Sorry, who are you?
But yeah,
the only one that's not done it for us was Sue. She's always been amicable. We even popped round a couple of times just randomly, haven't we?
Yeah.
And just had a bit of a chat.
Yeah.
Just shot the shit with her.
good as
'cause
gold.
She's a really nice woman.
That's what you want. You want to work. That's the sort of customers you want, isn't it? The ones that just don't give any grief. They enjoy the work you do for them. You enjoy being there.
Yeah. Everything's just easy and simple, and
Yeah.
you rarely
need
get them.
complications, do you?
Yeah.
Anyway, should we move on to the paint and decorating show? That's not next week, the week after, isn't it?
Yeah, can if you like.
So it's quite a good one this year,
Yeah.
doesn't it?
Right, so at 10:25
On the Tuesday.
on Tuesday, 26th
Right,
November, in
get your
Theatre 1,
Get your diaries out.
find out more about developments in the world of colour at the Dulux Trademarks.
I wasn't. I got it out because there are a couple of good. There's a couple of good seminars on there that I
This
thought
is
would be
now
good.
an ASMR podcast to help you fall asleep. Theatre 2. See BDEC's new innovative paint for ceilings and walls in action.
Look,
showing
I-
its ease of application. Go on.
I got this
Go
out
on.
because there.
You
I
should
thought.
never get it out, mate. Not in public.
I thought there were a couple of good seminars on there.
All right, hit me.
On the Tuesday, the 26th at 10:30.
You're just reading from the top.
No, that's a
You're
good
just
one.
reading
No,
from
because
the
it's
top.
repeated again.
It's not even 10:30. It's 10:25.
That's not. It's 10:30. You're looking at the wrong
I'm
one.
looking at the wrong one.
Yeah, knob.
You can't just read.
I've
from
wrote at the top business seminar.
Another one that I really like is one at 11:15.
Ryan, I didn't do it as a menu. I did it as like highlights of the. I'm glad you find it amusing. I did it right. I thought I could pick two, and then you could pick two, but you're just being a.
You're all right. So I reckon I can predict your two.
Well, I've already
So
given you
my
one.
two are at 12 o'clock on the Tuesday.
That's what I did. I got at 12 o'clock because of the Dulux Academy.
Yeah, go on. I'm just giving you shit.
Yeah, funny
Crack
that.
on.
You just ruined the whole atmosphere of the ambience of the feature that I was going to do.
Yeah, sorry.
Thanks, mate.
Sorry if I've woken people up.
Well, I was going to do. I was interested in
What are you gonna do?
the sports. No, the social media one at 10:30 and the Dulux one at 12. I thought that was quite good, and they're also repeated at 11:15 on the Wednesday and 2:15 on the Wednesday. So that's
And
Thanks.
my-
Yeah,
and-
thanks, Rye.
And my two favourite on the Wednesday are the one at 10:30 and the one at 12.
What's that then?
I don't know. I
That's
just
the
picked
same as
I picked
me.
the same two random ones you did.
Cock.
The use of temporary decorator. What is a temporary decorator?
What?
Is
No.
that a gardener who's put on whites?
The
Wednesday, 10:30.
use of temporary decorators and how it could work for you.
Does the paint fall off after? Is it like a temporary tattoo?
I don't know what that means. What does that mean?
No, can you be a temporary? I'd like to be a temporary decorator.
The
Sounds
use
quite
of
easy.
Temporary decorators.
I think they
Do
mean
they mean agency
They
or
mean
something?
agency. That's just a fancy way of saying agency. Fucking that gardeners that's put on whites.
What a stupid way of putting
I
it.
feel bad for gardeners.
I don't.
Why not?
They shouldn't try and paint, should
No,
they?
no. I just mean like you think of the amount of shit that us as decorators get as a trade.
Yeah, because
But then-
everybody thinks they can decorate.
Hold on, let me get to my point, man.
Well, you've already ruined my feature about the paint and decorating show, so I'm going to mess yours
That
up.
was ruined from the start.
It was not. It was,
I don't have a feature. It's called a conversation.
It was a feature. Anyway, carry on.
That like they always get
What
ragged.
you- yeah.
They always get ragged on in trades and stuff as like the lowest. Like decorators on the totem pole of trades are considered kind of low, I think. But everyone rags on gardeners, and if you're like an actual gardener out there working hard, making pretty flower beds and all that shit, then like crack on. That is
But
quite a
how
skillful
is that?
job.
But it's not. You can't then put that in a construct. It's not a construction job, is it? Landscaping is. Gardening's not. Landscaping's getting it for the gardener to use.
All right, but it's still like all right as a profession. Then, if you like me not to say trade,
Right.
but I wouldn't consider it a construction trade, but it's still a trade. You're still probably mostly self-employed,
Yeah.
rolling about in a van, working for customers in big houses
Which is
and
fine.
stuff. Which is
Stick to gardening. Don't pick up a
dude,
paintbrush.
This is what I'm saying. It's why are you ragging on gardeners? I'm talking about gardeners. I'm not talking about people that say they can garden and do decorating. I'm talking about actual proper gardeners.
100% gardeners.
Yeah, calm your fucking shit down, man. Christ.
Well, what you say? What's your
I'm
point?
just saying that I feel bad for them because they get shit on quite a bit from people like you that are just like
They
raging
don't.
at them for no reason.
No, they don't.
They've probably got. It's actually, I reckon, quite a difficult job.
Exactly.
If you- yeah.
So concentrate on it.
Yeah, and I'm saying, oh, for
I'm
fuck's
agreeing
sake.
with you. I'm agreeing with you. Yes, I think they.
No, but you're instantly assuming that. Oh yeah, but they can't make enough money gardening, so they've got to go out and be decorators. So every gardener's a decorator, but they're not decorators because they can't decorate, but they all go out and try and be decorators.
I didn't say that.
That's how you're coming across. I'm just talking about like actual legit gardeners. I feel sorry for because they get shit on all the time by trades as like the lowest of the low. No.
Wow.
Exactly what you done. You jumped straight to the thing of they're not decorators. So whoa, Mr. Chip on your shoulder.
It's not that at all. Just stick to your trowel and don't pick up a brush.
But why are you assuming that they would?
I don't, because if they're a proper decent gardener, they should be making enough money gardening, surely.
Exactly. So why are you assuming that they're picking up a brush?
I'm not assuming. Well, actually, I think I did. But
yeah, fuck's sake.
I don't quite know the point we were
no,
getting to there.
yeah, I don't know quite why you went off on such a rager on that. Better fucking topics than your shitty fucking bits of paper.
Stop swearing.
Nah, it's a fucking Thursday podcast. I'm into it now. Everyone that's listening, we're about 50 fucking minutes into this shit show.
Oi, how'd
I'm
you
giving
guess
up
that?
now.
That was a good guess.
'Cause I've got a
51.
good sense of timing.
Yeah.
It's about time to start fucking swearing as well. Here you
Stop
go.
it.
We've only got 4 people on the fucking live stream.
3, 2,
So
1.
that was
Just me and you now.
fucking worthwhile, wasn't it?
Will you stop?
We've not even got a message in from them asking a question or an email. Only Wilco said hello, and we know nothing, Jason. We know absolutely nothing.
We're nearly as bad as gardeners.
Nearly.
Yeah.
Not too far off. He's really mad.
Ooh,
What?
I heard that.
No, you didn't.
Right. So, do we actually get anywhere with the paint and decorating show?
No,
Was that it?
the paint and decorating show is just going to be a paint and decorating show. It's going to be like a couple thousand odd wanky decorators walking around looking at paint and adhesive and clothes and shit.
Oh, that's good, because you're going to get noticed at the paint decorators show, and now you've called them wanky decorators.
They are. Dude, let's be honest, mate. If you're going to a show about painting and decorating, you're a wanky decorator.
Well, no, you're not. Of course you're not.
Yeah.
Well, of course you're not. You're trying to educate yourself and look at the new products. What are you talking about?
Wanky.
Oh, you're going to get so hurt when you go there now.
What?
They're going to hit you.
Most of them, you see it all the time. Everyone that talks about the. So when I went to check out this flat that I'm moving into on Tuesday, the landlord turned out to be a decorator. The first thing, so he goes, "Oh, sorry," he goes to shake my hand. He's got crap in his hand. He goes, "Oh, sorry, I haven't had a chance to get home and have a clean up yet. I'm a decorator by trade." I go, "Oh, are you really? Me too." And he goes, "Yeah, shit trade, innit?" That was the first thing he said.
And how old is he?
You must be like your age, 70 odd.
Ah, very good. Yeah, but perhaps it's been worn down by it.
Yeah, but that's what I mean.
Someone your age should be loving it.
I do love it, but it is a lot of wank at times as well.
What do you class as...
Give me. Look, you go off on a bit of a tangent.
Well, what do you class as...
That's what I'm finding for you.
Well, hang on, what are you reading? The Professional Paint and Decorating magazine?
The professional painter and decorator.
Yes, and what are you looking in the Professional Painter and Decorator
I'm just looking for a little, like, over-the-top sort of quote about, you know...
What?
That this paint will change your life, or...
Well, will it change... So you what? Unsubstantiatable...
Go on,
That's easy.
spit it out, man. Get it out there.
Unsubstantiated claims.
Just stick
Is that
to the
what-
swear words. Fuck's a
No.
lot easier to say than
You
unsubstantiated.
can't keep that... What, is that what you're saying? Is that what you're looking for?
What?
So what...
No, no. It's more that like. So you need particularly this paint's very good at sticking to substrates of MDF, timber, galvanised. If you etch it first, it does stick very well to galvanise. It's just like
Yeah,
a
but
lot of
that's
the time
useful
it's-
to some people,
It
isn't it?
is. I'm not saying that it's not useful. I'm not saying that I don't read about stuff like that myself. I'm not saying that I'm not interested in that sort of thing myself. I'm just saying that it is sometimes a little like just fucking it's paint on a wall at the end of the day. There's plenty of people that get by just slapping Leyland up on the walls or some other like McPherson's and stuff
You're
like
on a
that.
right one tonight, aren't you?
There's plenty
What's
of
the matter
people that
with
get
you?
away with just doing that.
Have you had a
and
row with Becky?
Some of it is quite fucking
Why are you so angry?
wanky. I'm not angry.
just
You're
seem-
making me angry.
Why?
Because you're just being a bit of a twat.
Well, I don't think so.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't think so.
always think so.
I
to
don't
be
think
fair.
so.
I always think so.
Why? I just don't understand where you're coming from. You seem very...
I understand what. Where,
You started off
where-
quite
what's
calm,
coming
and then I
from.
spoke about the paint and decorating
Yeah,
show.
because
It
it's
seems
now
to...
getting.
seems to
I'm
really
getting
hit a
itchy
chord with
We've-
you now.
We've been sat here for the last 55 minutes.
Well, stand up a bit.
Yeah, but then I get more excited. We're running out of things to say as well, so I'm just trying to get some fucks and shits in while I still can.
I don't know why you need to, but
because people get annoyed by it, and it makes me laugh that they get annoyed by it. To be honest, it makes me laugh that the whole group of not the whole group, but a couple of people from Dulux Select have decided to. Well, you're not very select. Well, I'm not part of Select, so fuck
you
off.
are.
No, I'm not.
You are because you.
Not a subby for you, so I'm covered under Select, but I'm not allowed in their fucking Facebook forum.
Right, I think we're going to draw it to a close now
because
I can feel Ryan's Tourette's coming on, so we'll let him. So thank you very much for listening. Are you going to say? Are you going to say goodbye nicely? Don't swear, please, because we've got 6 people listening. All right.
Favourite brush? No, let's see you go. Turn it up.
Yeah, I'm trusting you now.
Hello, Ben. Sorry, I don't know. He's got too much power behind that desk. I don't like it. Favourite brushes? What you got?
Favourite brushes?
Yeah.
At the moment, I like those Ice Fusion. I think they're great.
Yeah, but okay, that's perfect. That's spot on.
Oh, here we go.
The
Ice Financial Track. Oh, yeah, the magazine's come back out. What
no,
you
it's
found?
not the magazine.
Oh,
it's the
leaflet.
Leaflet that I got.
Be careful though. What you say.
Standard synthetic SRT filaments taper towards the top for a fine finish, but have less space between filaments, which can restrict paint loading and flow to give uneven release through the stroke. Shard filaments are unique to Ice Fusion and taper from base to top for a brush mark-free finish, but also give more space for paint to move freely, resulting in even loading up of the brush and even release down the brush for a smooth stroke.
I see what you're saying.
Exactly.
But it's marketing, isn't it?
I know it's marketing, but it's
what does it mean?
fucking brush. It doesn't mean anything. It literally means nothing.
No one reads that anyway, do they? Until you get a brush in your hand.
Yeah. But that's what
That's
I mean.
the best way,
there's a lot of like, you go there and it's just, yeah, it's very like over the top. That it's a brush. Let me get it in my hand. Let me cut something in with it. Then I'll be able to tell you. I don't need to know about shard filaments and all of that.
It is a little bit wanky.
Yeah.
Thanks,
exactly.
Ben, for getting Ryan back on track. That's very good
You
of
made
you.
me prove my point.
Yeah,
Thanks,
because
Ben. I appreciate that.
So, what's your favourite? Oh, you like those Pro Forms?
I like the Pro Forms. I also like the Stormeasters, but I was reading on See, this is the thing. I was reading on
You'll be pleased to know they're at the show.
Who, Proform?
No, Stormeaster.
No, they are. I've messaged them on Instagram because they've got a new mini roller out as well. Yeah.
I'm all about trying to calm you down now.
Why?
Because I don't like you getting upset.
I'm not upset. This makes it more interesting now. We were very, very. This is a Thursday fucking podcast at the end of the
Ben,
day.
what are your favourite brushes? Perhaps you could let us know.
And so I like the Stormeasters. I do like their Red One series. They are really nice brushes. And Proform.
Proform were lovely.
Yeah.
We had a phase of using the Picassos, didn't we?
Yeah, I did use the Picassos, but those Proforms they're so nice and they're so cheap. I don't think I'll find a better brush for the same price. Like I could probably pay, 20 quid a brush and get something a bit better, but it won't be worth that 15, 10 quid difference.
No, exactly.
Yeah, so there's not much point. Also, I use the best dusting brush I've got is a 2-inch Purdy Monarch Extra. So if anyone ever asks, like, oh yeah, I use Purdy's, I use mine as a dusting brush. Yeah.
So,
but I'll to be fair, I think I really rate using that little 2-inch because the other ones they're too big and they slip out your pocket, and that thing's got actually a bit of like depth to it, and the bristles are a bit shorter, so you can probably like jam it in and flick stuff out with it.
Seems to work quite well, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does work well.
Right. Are we? Is that we've nearly done an hour now? So I think
Have we?
that's yeah.
The Thursday podcast was supposed to be like 25 to 45 minutes.
I know.
I was getting on to some good points there, and you pulled me off track.
Well, yeah, you were just having a little bit of a rant.
I was having a rant about people not liking me swearing.
You just went rogue.
Yeah,
I don't like it.
It's the sort of thing like.
Yeah, can we just? Yeah, you said it.
I'm not swear if I say it.
Okay.
Did you see? If you're watching the live, did you see how panicked he got there?
Because it's just.
Or if you're listening on the podcast, go back onto the Two Decorators and Microphone Facebook and watch how he just got
at 58 minutes. No,
Yeah.
it's just sometimes there's no need for it.
Yeah, but
it loses its.
I
impetus,
understand that, but
so to speak.
It's not for any punch or anything like that. It's
just 'cause you enjoy saying it.
No, it's as like an over the top like. It's quite obvious that I'm swearing too much, and that annoys some old blokes that don't get that that's sort of the joke. And the joke is that it annoys them. Does that not make sense?
It was sort of
The fact that we get so many people, like, it's such a
it's like a taboo, isn't it?
contrasting thing. Like, we've had from people that have not actually messaged the show. We've had them not like the swearing, but people that have actually taken the time,
To message us,
like Roy, like
Lee.
Daryl Robbins, like Lee, they've all not really given a shit. But
And that other one we had on Twitter that says it's like sitting in our van
Yeah.
and
just taking the mick out of you can
Yeah.
say piss, just taking the piss out of everyone. Like, but then people that we don't actually know and don't communicate to and don't message into the podcast, don't do anything like that. They're the ones. Oh yeah, well, it's not very this, it's not very that. I know it's not very this or it's not very that, but it's just me and my old man sat in his shed talking crap. Like
That's basically it.
we live together and we work together. We're quite far past the point of, like, we'll wake up in the morning and call each other the C word just as a bit of a joke, just to get the day started. Like,
You know,
what
on
I
the
mean?
right foot.
Yeah,
We don't.
'cause see,
It's not
I didn't
that
even
bad.
See, that's the thing. I'm already censoring myself. I didn't say can't.
Yeah, well, you can't say can't. Because that is, but we don't actually. When have we said that to each other?
We've said it a couple of times today, to be honest with you.
Did we? Yeah. Oh God, don't.
But that's what I mean. Like, it's so far past that for us, and people don't understand that. Like, we spend 16 hours a day together.
We did have a thought of recording stuff we talk about in the van, didn't we?
Yeah,
But we thought that might be a step too far.
but yeah, because that does get quite dark.
It's, you know what I mean? At the
We're
end
like,
of-
yeah, we're long past the point of we've said quite a lot of stuff to you, and we've had some big arguments where we've been quite nasty to each other. Like,
Yeah.
you imagine what this is like now. This is very relaxed and friendly. When I was growing up, teenager, Dad was a little bit younger, a little bit more fiery himself. Like,
Yeah, it's not been pretty.
no, it's not
But-
been the nicest. So we're long past that now. We can just call each other stupid names. Go, it's still not the worst thing you've ever called me.
Trouble is, what we don't forget, what we forget is when we do it we're on the site the other week, weren't we?
Yeah.
And it's
People don't realise.
actually understand.
Dad asked me, was up in a cherry picker, and he goes, "You all right up there? Are you still breathing?" And the bloke's like, "Did you just ask him if he was still breathing? You can't do something like
He was
that."
really offended, wasn't
Yeah.
he? Really.
Really didn't like it. But I just found it funny.
He come out with my dad
Yeah,
would
my
never
dad
talk to
would
me
never
like that.
say that.
But then I suppose he loved me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought, whoa, easy there, Tiger, wasn't it?
But yeah, it's sort of like to this point where it's sort of this mix of like boss employee, father son sort of mates, because we kind of had the same sense of humour.
Yeah, but it's not. I don't want that. It's not boss employee, is it?
But in a little bit of like,
it was when
go
you
over here
first
and do
started
this? Can
because
do
you
that?
you needed guidance, but now you got. You know,
Yeah. But
know.
there's still, I go to jobs that you've booked, you pay me, I put the shift in for you to get paid quicker from the job so I can get paid quicker off
exactly.
of it.
But then that's all in everybody's interest.
You
Isn't it?
give me
Here we go.
£1,500. Was it 1,500 or 1,200? £1,500 on a price, and then I walk into the job and it's got $4,000 we've paid for this hallway. Please don't mark the walls. Yeah, that sort of
I
boss
didn't- it
employee
didn't
relationship
say-
where you take the piss out of me.
No, what it said
I
was
just go on holiday to Spain and passively earn.
it wasn't
$2.5
a holiday.
fucking grand.
It wasn't a holiday.
It was a holiday.
I was sorting out your flipping nan, God rest her
you
soul.
were sorting out shit.
God rest her
Your
soul.
mum was sorting stuff out. You weren't sorting out a thing.
I'm offended by that remark, Ryan.
You
And
spent
let
the
me
days
just get-
lounging in the pool,
Let me just get one thing correct
eating
before
in the sun, drinking cheap red wine,
Ryan carries on. I did ask him how much he wanted.
and didn't reveal that he was charging $4,000 for it.
That wasn't for
He's
you
got-
to know. All you
always
need.
got this nice little trick of making me think that I'm pushing it a little bit too far with the price.
I asked you what you wanted. You were
So I think
perfectly
about the
entitled.
third time he's done that to me. I thought I could trust my old man.
You can trust me.
I thought
Did
I
you
could
make
put
money
some
out of
faith
that?
in him.
Did you make money?
Not really,
Yes,
actually.
you-
I didn't, because I overran.
No, because you're always in bed when I phoned you. Oh, I missed today because I couldn't get up. Yeah, so there you go. You were asked. I asked
I
you.
would have made money, but you made more money.
I've got a
How much
business
money
to
did
run.
you make off of that
I
job?
can't remember. I've not got the figures in front of me at the moment.
Hmm.
So you were asked. I was fair and said, "How much do you want?"
I wouldn't quite say fair. I was asked. I'm not 100%
I asked you how much
saying
you wanted.
fair.
I even asked you to. You can choose the materials you wanted. I was making
I'm
so much
billing
money.
myself out at £200 a day next time. You can
Yeah.
fuck off.
Yeah, so you were asked, and you chose the materials you want. You use that nice Andura use the AR2. You had a perfect little job there for you.
Yeah, great, thanks.
So,
I ain't gonna forget him, Ash.
Oh.
I'm saying, no, yeah. Try and be like, oh yeah, well, Dad's got to make a bit of money out of it as well. I don't want to take up too much. Didn't realise he'd make more than I fucking made actually doing the job.
Yeah, but I had to arrange it all, didn't I? Go and see the customer.
Went there once, priced it up. That's what, you probably get 150 quid out of that.
And also had to go that day and touching the door that you forgot to do.
All right, 200 quid.
So, yeah. It's
Fine, give me the rest, you can keep the 200.
Anyway, I think we're just about there, aren't we?
Yeah.
Hour and 5.
Hour and 5.
Thank you to everybody that's joined us on this live podcast. I hope it hasn't been too emotional.
If you've made it this far, comment, Dad ripped you off. Oh, no, Trev ripped you off.
No, let's not say that. That's a little...
Cool. Comment, Ebenezer Scrooge.
Oh, well, now you're going to spell that. Just put...
Just
put made it. Just put made it.
Just put...
Made it.
Just put...
Made it.
Scam artist.
No, don't. Just put end or something.
EBENEZER.
Right, I'm going. Ryan's now doing a spelling test.
SCRGE.
Right. Thank you very much for joining us. I hope you enjoyed your...
New, fresh sounding live podcast.
With reduced swearing.
Fuck off.
Why did I say that? It was just... I was just asking for that, wasn't I? So anyway, our next podcast will be out on Monday.
Yeah, Monday.
And we will be at the Painting Decorating Show with Christian on his stand, won't we?
Yeah.
With his spray. I think he's going to have some spray shields.
I think he's either 63 or 69.
What? Hang on, let me have a look. See if I can find it quickly.
Do you reckon I could beat you to it?
Oh, bear with us. We had this really planned out really well, right, didn't we? He's with...
doesn't say it on there.
He's in with Coleman's, isn't he?
Yeah.
Or Ken...
Coleman's.
He's on
Coleman's.
Coleman. He's on the end of Coleman's stand. So if you find whatever Coleman's is, that's what it is. Anyway, thank you for joining us.
As always.
And we shall be speaking to you a lot soon.
Monday. Ross safe, you cunts. Bye.
Why'd you do that? How do I end this podcast?
Just click